My name is Lucas Lambert from Decomagna Limited, and today is another episode of Flooring Tested. So today we're going to put to the test the Quick Step laminate flooring versus our LeoLine Mkeka vinyl flooring, as well as our Concept 70 heterogeneous industrial grade flooring. And we're going to put them to the test in different ways. Now briefly, before I do that, I'll break down the differences between the two. Laminate floors come in two variations, high density fiberboard and medium density fiberboard. Obviously the high density fiberboard is mostly found in upmarket products, such in this case by Quick Step. What makes a high density fiberboard such an ideal product for flooring? Well, one is it's made of wood, and we all know wood makes a good floor. Secondly, it's also very resistant to scratches, to heat, damages, and it's also very resistant to water. In case with our Quick Step Impressive class with HydroSeal, our laminates can actually be placed in bathrooms and kitchens if required. Now, another main advantage of laminates is that they are very resistant to falling objects, to scratches, to damages, anything like that, but you have to take into consideration that it remains a wood-based product. Secondly, Quick Step outsources its wood from EPD protected sources, meaning that we are not endangering any forest in the world. Next we have the Mkeka, which is actually the Kenyan term for cushion sheet vinyl. Cushion sheet vinyl is a roll, unlike laminates which actually come in plank. So laminates come in long planks. Mkeka comes in rolls. So they will come in 2 meter rolls, 4 meter rolls, and in some cases even 6 to 8 meter rolls. They are much thinner, so you'll be able to notice right off the bat that the thickness is not the same. And these are also softer, so you can bend them, you can ply them, because these are made of PVC. Now these are also Belgium made Mkeka floors. Now, what would be the main difference between a laminate and a Mkeka? Well, the first thing that I'm going to demonstrate after I put on my gloves also have some sandpaper here, and in this case I'm going to scratch the surface of both products. You can see it's brand new sandpaper, never been used. I will put on my goggles, I don't want to get sand in my eyes. Right, so there is some aluminum oxide which is formed, which is what is to be expected. So what we do is we add a little bit of rubbing alcohol or sanitizer across the surface, just to remove any floating aluminum oxide, get it off. I'll just quickly dry it. Right, and there you go. So even after scratching significantly, there's no damage to the floor. Now let's try the same with our Mkeka. I'm not gonna bother cutting a new piece, so I'll just go with this piece. I'll just take the other side and continue and do the same thing here. Okay. So I have sanded for give or take the same amount of time, and we will do the exact same and apply some sanitizer on it. Get rid of any surface. And as you can see, even in the case of this Mkeka, the sandpaper did not damage it. Impressive. That's very impressive. We all know that PVC is cut from a roll. So when you have an order, somebody places an order, we register it and we go and with a knife we cut the PVC, cut the Mkeka, which makes it inherently weaker than laminates to things like falling objects, scratches, tables, desks. If you have, for example, tables with very sharp feet on them, Now, you may ask then what's the point of the Mkeka? Why would I choose Mkeka if laminate is so much more durable? Well, Mkeka is a more affordable solution that still gives you a very good quality floor that's going to last, but at a much lower price. The second advantage that you're going to have with Mkeka is that it is fully waterproof. Now this is important to consider, is that Mkeka is PVC based and so remains much more waterproof than a laminate floor. If you're doing something for rent or if you're doing something, you're on a low budget, you still want a good solution, knowing that you're going to have to be aware of a few elements here and there, then Mkeka is a very, very, very good alternative for your house. Now before I go on, I'm going to briefly discuss the backing of the Mkeka. Cushion vinyls come with different types of backings depending on who manufactures them. In this case, we are looking at a LeoLine IVC, which opted to use a full synthetic backing to prevent rotting. Now what happens with some other backings that you get, which use natural fibers, which are organic compounds, organic molecules, they tend to absorb moisture from the substrate and over time start formulating a sort of mold. Now it's not technically bad, it's not going to damage your floors overnight, but it will start smelling bad after a few months.